Well, good afternoon, you guys. Yeah, it's Rick Dancer, live with Rick Dancer. And you're wondering where I am? I am in the backstage area of the Shed. The musical theater used to be the Baptist Church here in Eugene, and it's now called the Shed. And we're going to go talk to the folks in charge of the Shed, but they're doing a renovation project on the Shed. And I don't know if you guys have driven by, but there's fencing up and there's all kinds of construction going on. Well, that's because they're renovating the place. And I am so excited to show you because this is so cool. This show is brought to you by Travel Lane County. So I'm going to take you in and introduce you, but I want to show you, watch this. This is what they're doing. Look at that. Look at that. So this is the new, improved Shed. And we're going to talk to Jim and Geneva about what they're doing. So, isn't that cool, you guys? Okay, come over here, you guys. We're giving a show and tell.
There we go. Okay.
So you guys, yeah, there you go.
So are we on right now?
Yeah,
right.
Introduce yourself so they know who you are.
Well, I'm Geneva Ralph. I don't have sequins on today. I usually announce the shows, but this is what it looks like when you're on stage looking out at you in the audience.
And I'm Jim Ralph. I'm usually never on stage. I'm back in the back, watching the show and taking care of all the problems.
So you guys are pretty natural at this. I think we got some superstars here. So I want to just say something. I thought it was really funny. I came in and I said, "Well, you guys are the owners," and Geneva said, "I'm not the owner. You're the owner."
No, you're the owner.
So explain that to me.
Well, actually, it's really important. We don't own this building. It is a nonprofit, and the nonprofit company itself owns the building.
And so we're going to start sending you, Rick. We're going to start sending
you
the bill,
like the electrical bill and stuff like that. Yeah, go right ahead. Just send it to my. I'll give you my address in just a minute.
And put in your round file.
On a serious note of it, what's really important is the community has become the stewards of this building. That's our legacy, and that's what's happening right now. Is that this hall, we'll get to enjoy it for a couple of years, but really what it is, this is for your kids, and same with the rest of the music school and everything else that we're doing. So
I'm going to turn this around because I can do this right while we're talking. And then you guys explain it. Come over here, Jimmy. Okay. Explain what's happening. So if you talk on this side, they'll hear you.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, so kind of you guys ripped out the whole balcony on the top.
That's right.
And the seats on the side.
Yeah.
And so go ahead, explain to them what you did.
Well, we did it at first when we moved in 15 years ago with we'll just tweak it a little bit, but we realized we had to take the whole thing out because it was being held up with 10 posts. There were 10 posts in here. The obstructed seats, people couldn't see on the main floor even because of all the posts. And the balcony was just not going to work very well. And as you yourself said that you've been up there.
The seats were horrible. Yeah, they were really uncomfortable for tall people.
They were too close together. They were too narrow, and they were not ranked well enough. So when you sat anywhere, you were actually having to watch the concert through somebody else's head. So by making a steeper rake, it's going to make everyone can see.
And they were 1926 wooden theater seats, which are charming for about 3.5 minutes. You can't last through a whole show. And then if you look over here to the left or right, those side balconies, the old ones, made it so that the first 2 rows obstructed the second and third row. You couldn't see that side of the stage, and on top of that, you were forced to look straight across 90 degrees, so you were looking at the other balcony. What's going to happen up there is that those seats will be movable, so you can angle them any way that's comfortable for you. The other thing that's cool is that row, it's hard
over here too?
Yeah, all the way around there. It's hard to see exactly.
Oh, you guys, so let me show you. I'm going to use my finger. So right in here, there's a row of seats right here, which are like the prime seats when you want to get a seat.
That's the very first, that front row is already selling out. But behind that, 2 rows behind that, it's hard to read this on the screen, is going to be movable seats, so now we will be able to have wheelchair users and walkers and accessible seating up there. So
you guys, somebody asked, we are at the Shed. This used to be the First Baptist Church, and now it is the Shed. You guys, when did this all change to the Shed? How many years?
17 years ago, right?
Yeah.
17 years?
15 years ago. We moved in here in 2002. July of 2002, took out the choir loft and the pipe organ and did a festival for 2 weeks.
Let's go look at, you guys, we're going to go up in the balcony. Let's go up in the balcony and look down. So we're going to take you on a little tour. So we're at the Shed. This is right downtown across from now at Whole Foods.
It's on Broadway.
It's on Broadway, guys. So we're gonna go up here. Yeah.
I like the way that it's sort of
squirrely back way. So Rick, the other thing that you're seeing those guys doing right now is putting in a copper loop hearing induction system.
Okay, so you guys, this is, you got it. I want you to really pay attention to this part because this is what's really cool for people. So it's a copper loop.
Yeah, it's a hearing induction system. So they're putting wire loops on the floor, and then we'll put a main floor over it.
Chance is saying phenomenal.
Nice. Well, it's interesting because it's an old hearing assist system that is what the hard of hearing community have been saying for years. This is what we want. We don't want FM, we don't want infrared, we don't really want Bluetooth in a hall like this. Anyway, then we'll put down a floor on top of this, and the microphones and the processing will pick up the sound and deliver it directly into your hearing aid. You don't have to wear a pack on your chest. All you do is click the system on your hearing aid that says Telequest. And that's the beauty of it.
That is so awesome. And so the other thing you guys did is you put a flat floor. This used to be like a, didn't it used to kind of come down like a...
It had a tiny little rake, just enough to make your wine glass tip if we were in cabaret. And it made it so it was really hard to dance because you're sort of like a cow on a Swiss mountain, you know? But so now you can see that the floor, the main floor there is flat. There are no posts in your way, so you can have that whole space if you wanted to do a dinner dance or something. There's a little tier up above so that you can put more tables where those guys are working.
So you'll be
down.
able to have like all kinds of events here that you've had before, but this will be a much better venue
Much
for
better,
that.
yeah.
And look, you guys, look at this. This is so cool. So what's right in here, you guys, this is going to be, well, I guess we could just walk it, couldn't we?
So you can see where the rail is right here. It's much lower. This is just for
This
working.
is just for protection, but this is your
It's
rail.
very nice.
So look, you guys, you will be sitting here like this.
Oh, talk about a perfect view of the stage.
I mean, you will just be looking right out onto this.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Yeah, Robert, that is cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And then people can be up here too. And people who have wheelchairs, they can be right up here and they can just walk. They can come right up through this door and right over. And so it's going to be very easy for anyone to be, if they have a walker or a wheelchair, they can come right up. And so it's going to be really, and you can see, these are like the ultimate seats of all time.
Okay, hold on, you guys. Look at this. Here's your seats that you want. If you want to know what seats you want to order.
I think I'm going to charge $500 a seat for this. No, not really.
This is where we're going to sit. So why is this such a big deal for this hall? And I mean, you've been wanting to do this for a while.
Well, it really is a matter of making it so when people come to see a concert, they don't feel that they can actually see. It's really important to do that. The sound is wonderful throughout the hall, but it was really hard to see in a lot of places. And it was comfortable, and so we have wider seats. We've lost now, we used to be able to stuff 860 people in the hall. Now it's about 795.
So you lost about, what, 70?
Yeah, so about 70 seats, just around 70 seats. But we've gained every seat that we have now is going to be a good seat.
And they'll be comfortable, not the wood that was here before. Wow, they're making some serious changes there. It looks awesome.
It's really serious, and it means that more people will feel comfortable coming more often. And when they come, people like we have a great artist here, like Steve Martin, for instance. And they say, well, it's a bad seat. It's a obstructed view seat. And they say, we don't care. We want to come. Then they get here, and they're disappointed because their seat isn't really nice. So this way, all of our seats are there. Or if we have a musical, and we're doing Mary Poppins, and a father comes in and says, well, we can't sell you those seats.
So they won't even know that we were gone.
So we're back. Okay. So what happens is that there are people who want seats, and if we have them, they want us to sell them to them, even if they're bad. We have a board member that said, if you have a bad seat, just get it out of the hall. You know, you never sell a bad seat, but sometimes it's hard when you have it. So now we have all good seats.
So you guys, really again, for those of you who just joined us, I'm going to turn this around. We are in the shed. This is going to be the new revised shed, and this is the new balcony. You're going to put in brand new seats everywhere, comfortable seats, Lots of places to see. None of the obstructions. Remember the pillars and the posts that got in your way and you cussed them out? They're gone. They're not here anymore.
Yeah, look at this. Is all held up. You can make it bounce if you jump up and down, but there are no posts underneath. It's so great.
And they'll have access up here. So you have access on this balcony for the people with disabilities in wheelchairs or walkers, which is so cool because sometimes most places you get stuck in a bad seat or down in the front, and you're not doing that. So you guys, really quickly, I want to talk. Tell me some. Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you.
So we're sitting, this row will be movable chairs, and so this is where folks that use wheelchairs can sit going forward. But one of the coolest seats in the hall, and we ought to go up to the top, is the very last row in the balcony. People always ask about that.
You guys, and you think we don't take you anywhere? I mean, God, who else is getting to see this? I mean, this is your grand tour. Thanks to Travel Lane County, they're sponsoring the show. I called Andy and said, "Where should we go?" And he goes, "You got to see this. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, check this out. Ready?
So,
Hold on.
You're up a little high, but
That's it, though. That's what
Look at that.
And the thing to remember about this is that this seat right up here is the distance between the stage and this seat is only 2/3 the distance between the stage at the Hull Center, Silva Concert Hall, and it's the first row and it's mezzanine. So it's a much smaller room.
Right.
And
Much more intimate, which is what you guys wanted.
yeah.
Plus, you got the architecture in here that's just absolutely fabulous.
Oh, it's going to look really nice. And you see that now, even when you're standing, I'm so much taller than you are. I won't see the stage even though you're right in front of me. And that's
Yeah,
what's so
check this.
nice
This is
about
kind of cool, guys. So look at this. So there's Jim right there. Look how high up he's going to be compared to this next row of seats. So it's going to be kind of like, I'm going to equate this to, I'm sorry, but Cinemark, where the new seats, you don't really have people obstructing you anymore.
right.
That's exactly right.
That's kind of cool. So you guys, let me do something real here. So the reason we're here is Andy Vabora. We're high. God, look how hot. And it's warm up here.
It is warm.
It is warm
Because there's no air conditioning because they're doing
working
that.
on that.
Which is
yes.
cool as it is outside. It's kind of nice too.
Yeah. So Andy, why did you think this is the place we should be?
Well, Jim and Ginevra have been leaders in the arts world here in Eugene, and the arts are so big for our industry. The visitor services industry relies on the arts, and we see study after study about the economic impact of the arts. So we're just so pleased that this work is being done, and everybody's going to get a chance to enjoy it here in the very near future.
So what else is going on around town?
Well,
I want to know.
Well, I know, I want to stick with the arts theme, but, there are a lot of things coming up around Halloween. So we do want to encourage people to go to our Halloween page. There's a lot of fun things going on around town and around the region in terms of some of the corn mazes and different mazes you can go and take your family to. So I want to highlight that. But in the arts, I mean, like we were talking about earlier, there are hundreds of events that are listed on our event site.
It's Travel Oregon.
No, it's EugeneCascadesCoast.org. We love Travel Oregon, but locally.
If you put in Travel Lane County, it'll
Yes.
pop your site up
Yep,
too.
that's true.
Sometimes I'll forget and I'll just stick something in and you go to Lane County and you'll find
Yeah,
it.
Travel Lane County works too, but there are so many things going on with the arts. I wanted just to highlight a couple of them. The Eugene Symphony is introducing their new conductor. So Francesco Leche Chong will be conducting on the 19th, and we're excited about that. And one of the other things with the symphony I wanted to mention is we have a collaboration going with them. It's called the McKinsey Four Seasons Project.
Okay.
So for the past year, and we're kind of wrapping it up, but we still need photographs because what they're doing is they're putting together a symphony piece that will be showing images of the McKinsey River throughout the entire piece, and that'll come out in February. So we still need photographs. So go
Of
to
the
our
McKinsey
site.
then is what you're
Yes,
looking for.
for the McKinsey.
So if you have
yeah.
old photos, new photos, things with your family, things like that they can go through, that'd be really cool. Video is frozen. Okay, so let's come with me, Jim. So you guys are hearing the audio and the video is frozen. Well, hey, it's just
That's
kind of,
all right.
as long as you can hear us. And it's just Andy and me standing here. So we're going to go down here and we'll see if this gets a little bit better. So let me know, Larry, if you're seeing stuff now, okay? So let me know. We'll just keep talking so they'll hear us anyway.
Yeah, so again, that project, we're looking for photographs. You can submit those again through our website. So we're really excited about that collaboration with the symphony. Also, just again, around town, there are so many good things going on, no matter what kind of performing arts, visual arts, our museums. We are really blessed here, and like I talked about, the economic impact is just huge. There was a recent study that showed that the arts in Eugene has an economic impact of $62 million and over
Seriously?
2,400 jobs. So it's important to the local community. It's important to our visitor industry.
Wow, that's a lot of money. I think people don't really probably realize that. You guys let me know if you see video or you're just hearing audio, okay? Just throw it in there. We're going to keep talking, and you just let me know what you're seeing, because I have to rely on you to do that for me, okay? All right, go ahead.
All right, and the last thing I would just say about the arts is that it is from the coast to the Cascades. The Florence Event Center has some great events coming up over on the coast. They're doing some really good things with art over there. They just introduced a new art passport that'll take you around to some of the different art galleries over in Florence. All the good things that are going on here in Eugene, Springfield. So it is really throughout the whole region that arts is playing a huge impact on the visitor industry.
Okay, so Robert, can you guys, I guess you are seeing it because you guys are still coming on there, so I'm guessing you're seeing it. It puts me at a disadvantage, but I don't know. Also, you guys, there's Wildcroft Ciders having an event coming up soon, a lot of Oktoberfest stuff going on. There's a distillery event going on at the Holt Center on Saturday. We're covering a lot of these too. And so we'll be there too. Anything else you want to plug out there while you're going?
I think you've done a great job covering it. I think, again, there's just so many things. Go to our event site, hundreds and hundreds of events going on that you can take part in.
That's how I find all this stuff. You guys, I'm not that bright. I go on their site, I just hit the button, and here's everything you would ever want to know that's going on in Lane County, and you find some really cool stuff that way. So let's go back over here. You guys, I love what you've done.
Well, it's fun. I have two things I want to say. First of all, I think the view over here is really cool, too.
Okay, hold on. Let's go see.
Just right up here. I was looking at the, like the
Okay, hold
old...
on. Look at this, you guys. This is what I love. Yeah, you bet you can.
Okay, so the old cornices, people are worried that we're taking things out. You might even need to step back a little bit. And the windows.
The windows are here. The shutters are still here. Everything those Baptists put in is still up here. It's good. Yes, it has been working for me. Okay, Robert, good.
One of the things that somebody said to me about this economic study and also just the impact was all we cared about at the shed was the concerts and getting butts in the seat. And I said, excuse me, Otto, we are open 8 days a week. That's what it feels like. But every day of the week we have music lessons and classes going on. It's one of those sort of best kept secrets. The whole rest of this building, it's 65,000 square feet. Half of it is a music school for all ages, and I'm serious, 0 to 100, all instruments, all abilities except for the very, very best. We'll send you off to conservatory. But, almost all of our cello students are adults that have come back and wanted to play again.
So this is just what you see.
This is what you see
because this is the
and
performing
think.
part of it, but the actual you're educating people at the same time.
Absolutely. There's we deal with over 550 students a week, both on site and off site. We're out at Agnes Stewart Middle School. We're in 9 different memory care facilities with our Unforgettable program. That's a weekly sing along. We're in daycares. We're in home school consortia. So we're doing a lot of stuff, but you know what's really neat? This is going to be ready. I want a little shout out here for Essex. This hall is going to be ready for the first concert on November 2nd. They had 39 guys in here working like an anthill, taping and gypsum boarding. I don't even know what all they were doing the other day, but they are on schedule for us to open with the Jazz Kings November 2nd. We actually open them over in Florence first, and then they'll back here. First concert's November 2nd, and we've got one on November 4th with Ehud Ashiri and Hillary Gardner, and we've got another lovely one on the 9th with Siri Vick and some classical music, some Barber and Copeland.
So tell people how to get to your website so they can go look. So you want to get in on these shows.
Okay, it's the shed.org.
How many D's?
It's the shed with 2 D's. My staff calls it the Shedida.
The Shedida. I even did that today when I sent out a memo and I came walking down here and goes, it's 2 D's, you dummy.
It's 2 D's. You get on, so we have all of our concerts there. We do about 120 concerts a year. So there's a lot of concerts that we're doing, as well as the music school and everything else. So, and we have a little bit of something for everybody. We ask, how do we help people have the type of experiences that matter most to them, and we do it. So if you want a concert, just let us know. And hopefully, if the person isn't passed away, we can probably do it.
Yeah, I was going to say Dan Fogelberg, but he died. But I'd still like to hear him if you guys can work that out. I don't know how good
someone
you are.
asked for Jerry Garcia, and we couldn't do that.
Yeah, they're saying, well, he might come back.
Yeah, or Hank Williams said that's not going to happen. Well, we keep on trying. We actually have a concert this Thursday night over our small hall, which is a recital hall next to this. And Chico Schwal has an American Roots series, and it's going to all be about Mississippi. And so he does a lot of that. So if you roll that way, come on out and see that. So we've got a lot going on.
All right, you guys. So again, we are inside the shed where they are renovating. Took out all the seats, all the barriers to you seeing the stage, expanded the upper deck. They put in a whole new upper deck, and they expanded it by 8 feet. There's going to be new seats up here. People with disabilities and wheelchairs and walkers will be able to get up onto this floor right here, so you'll get good seats like that too. There's also a system put in for people with hearing impairment that's going to be like nothing else in town, and you're going to love it. You don't have to have anything hooked up. You just have your hearing aids, and it'll hook up. They'll show you how to do it. So we are, you guys open in November. So it's just a couple of weeks away before you can come in and experience this.
And on November 18th, we have a Get in the Loop Day. What is it called?
Test the Loop.
And
we're going to have a special open house. It's free, called Test the Loop. We're aiming for folks who have hearing aids. You go to your audiologist, see if you've got your telecoil activated. Come on the 18th, 10:30 to noon. We'll have live music, different kinds of live music going on, so that you can test your hearing aid with those different types of music and move all around the hall. So anybody's welcome, but we're going to have some volunteer audiologists here to help people click into their system.
So they'll actually be helping you.
Yeah.
Because you guys are going to be asked to come in. You're going to get a free show, free entertainment, and you get to test out this system so they can make sure that everything's working right for you and your system. So.
Yeah, it's going to be. We think it's going to take over the entire city, the entire county. Hopefully someday the state of Oregon will actually make it required to put in this loop system because it's so good.
Well, thank you for having us in.
Well, thanks for coming over.
Thanks for showing us off.
Thank you.
It was really fun having and seeing this. You guys, you get an inside look. So the thing you can do for us is to take this and share it on your page. Because if you share it on your page, there may be somebody who doesn't know, or say, hey, guess what? Rick took us through the shed, and we got to see the new renovations. Because you know people love that kind of stuff. So just share it to your page, and that helps us push it. You guys and them.
And if you want a private tour, just call me up, and I'll show you the backstage.
Just say I saw it on Rick's show and I wanted to private tour. So again, we want to, when was the shed built?
1926, and then the other wing is 1962, but this nice old part is 1926.
So 1926, Jeff, it's even older than you are. Yeah, well, you asked. So, Andy, thanks again for having us in.
Oh, you're welcome.
And give them the website. If you guys want anything to do, there's so much in the fall in this area to do. I mean, seriously, this week alone, there's tons. And so go look on there and find out what's happening.
Yeah, EugeneCascadesCoast.org. Or Travel in Lane County will work too. And then click on the events tab. You can sort it by region. You can put in any date range, a week, a month, the coming year, and you'll get the entire list.
Robert, I'm going to tell them what you had to say. Robert Dumas says, thank you for someone who is disabled for providing such a wonderful way for us to see the concerts. And then Tracy Van Dolen is saying, awesome, what a cool show, how fun that is. Jeff says, thanks. Andy looks good. Oh,
that's a stretch.
There you go. So
He's got a good makeup artist.
So people do appreciate what I think. Honestly, just my brother-in-law lives with a disability, and we brought him to things here. And I think this to elevate people to the other level. As a family member of somebody like that in that position, that is so big.
My professional background was folks with severe disabilities, physical cognitive disabilities, and so accessibility is a big deal personally and as an advocate. So back to whoever was saying, he's got a disability and come, I need to hear if it actually works or not. And so keep us posted. The other cool thing is we now have accessible bathrooms on the main floor. We just put in 18 brand new bathrooms over in the living room. And
this means they like what you're saying.
Good.
All those hearts, those are people that really like what you're saying.
But there are now wheelchair accessible, walker accessible, and actually just having a few that you can actually get into is a nice idea, I think.
Yeah.
Lots of restrooms.
What I think is so cool though is because there's people in the community of disabilities that can't communicate with us, but music and art is one way that we all understand each other. And I'm connected with the Oregon Supported Living Program's Arts and Culture Program. I know you guys know about that too. Mm-hmm. And there's people I can't communicate with verbally, but I can look at and I know what they're saying.
Yeah.
And so you guys are providing just another level of communication for people.
That's what's been interesting about Unforgettable, because these are folks that never get out. So we're taking music into them, but more importantly, we're doing music with them. And they can sing even though they can't talk,
right?
Or they can pad along, and it's a different kind of engagement. So,
anyway,
any more ideas? I'd love it.
All right, you guys. That's why we live here, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. You guys are awesome. I like having them in our community. Andy, thank you again.
You're welcome.
And you guys, there should be no reason that you have nothing to do for the month of September and October, because he's given you everything. They've got concerts coming up in November, and we're giving you all kinds of stuff. So tomorrow, I got to shoot some video for Fifth Street, so we don't have a show. On Thursday, we're going out to Monroe to visit a distillery with Dudley, and I'm warning you ahead of time. Dudley's a character, and he is a character. He's gonna stretch you with Leona from Country Financial. And then on Thursday, if I can remember, I can tell you Friday we're going to Wildcraft Cider. And Thursday we're going to Dudley's. Saturday we're going to the Eugene Expo, the Distillery Expo at the Holt Center. We're going to be there live at 4 o'clock with the 6th Street Bar and Grill. And Stacy Graves, my massage therapist, I owe him. And then on Sunday, we're going to Girls Rock. So we're going to they're having a big event, and they're a new client, and so we're going to go watch Girls Rock. So that's what we do here, is get real, and thanks for joining us. Remember, share this on your page. All right, see you guys on